Hello and welcome back to our Maserati series as we are beginning the 2028 season after heartbreak in the final race of 2027. We need a reset and we need to go again, and we're starting off hopefully strong today for the season opener. Plenty to do off track before we get there, and as always, if you're not already, do subscribe to the channel and do me a massive favor and like this video. But as you see, we're starting off straight away with our new season target. So last year was target of second in the Constructors. We finished first. This season they want us to remain in first, so we must finish first again, and long-term objective is just to continue winning the Constructors by the look of it. So we'll accept that new target. And board confidence for us, as you can see, is they're delighted with us. They're absolutely loving us, so that's great news. Balance is good. We'll get a bit more balance because the sponsorship needs to come in as yet. Coming into it, regulation changes. We didn't quite make up the deficit, so there's going to be a little bit of work to do here. And finishing first in Constructors, we get the least CFD and wind tunnel time. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge for us. Finances, the season prize share money is the same, but the cost cap has been reduced by 5 million. And sporting changes, still got a point for pole position. Points and everything is the same, but CFD time has been reduced for first position, as has wind tunnel time. And we are, of course, first position. I think it was the top 4 got reduced, so we're not alone in that. We'll continue with Ferrari with that Italian theme as our engine supplier. And Melbourne is in 62 days, and straight away we want to get designing this car. We only get 3 CFD hours and 40 wind tunnel hours, so got to use these sparingly, unfortunately. And we'll bring that minimum lifespan right down on this underfloor. And let's go with that. We'll go normal. That's going to be 33 days. All right, we want to get a front wing going as well. Let's go for that. Minimum lifespan not as reduced, of course. And bring the high speed right up, medium speed, and low speed up a little bit. Tire preservation, let's go for that. One engineer, 44 days. Then we will go with a rear wing as well. And that's already our CFD and wind tunnel time used. Actually, just our CFD. We'll have a bit of wind tunnel time. Minimum lifespan right down again. High speed I'm going to bring up. Low speed bring up a little bit. Let's go for that. One engineer, 44 days. And then let us also go for a chassis. Just use the remaining wind tunnel time there. And we'll bring these both up. And we'll drop the minimum lifespan right down. All right, let's go for that. One engineer, 33 days. We could. I'm going to go rush. I don't normally do that because you don't get as much benefit. You don't get as many benefits, but I want to try and rush through some designs here. I feel we're going to need them early on. All right, pit crew, we can get this underway straight away. And a little bit of a tip. I think I always mention this, but in the first month, you can focus on pit stop time because the fatigue doesn't really matter unless you're playing this as a real life sim and you're worrying about your staff not having a day off. But we're not doing that. We are not doing that. We are working them to the bone. Here we go then. This is pit crew training done, and as you see, we've got a lot of gym training. It's worth noting that we have just reduced this to 1.9, but it started at over 2 seconds, so obviously a little bit of a reset over the winter. We were at that 1.8 mark, so we've got to work back down to that. But yeah, getting closer to that already this first month, increasing some of our overall pit crew stats. And car building we're not too bothered about. So that's the first month of pit crew training done. We've not really mentioned that this man is here for this season, Charles Leclerc. So Kimi Antonelli didn't have much competition last year, did he? He dominated Franco Colapinto in truth. But Charles Leclerc is here to bring some stiff competition, I'm sure, to Kimi. All right, sponsor negotiation then. And Coca-Cola are offering 10 million up front. A lot of engagement. Ralph Lauren is full engagement. Adidas is pretty mixed, so I think we go with Adidas there. And this is our sponsorship setup then, so that's what we're going with. So driver suits and livery, this is what we ran last year, as you can see, in Charles Leclerc now. We have a driver with a face because obviously Kimi and Franco always have their helmets on, but we can actually see Charles there. And yeah, this was the livery and the driver suit last year. But driver suit for this year, I'm actually going back to one that we ran last year, a one-off for 2027, and it's going to be the mainstay for 2028, which is this one here. And you can probably guess what livery we're going with, but this was last year's livery, as we can see in the background, and this is going to be this year's livery. So as I say, we ran this in Monaco last year. Slight change, which is just some of the sponsorship on the car. Mainly Adidas as one of the title sponsors there. So we were running Puma last year, sponsored sports-wise by Puma. Now we are sponsored by Adidas, or Adidas, depending how you want to say that. Not going to get into that debate. But yeah, we have got them on the car. But this is going to be the livery for 2028. And as I say, I really enjoyed this livery when we put it on for Monaco last year. So I think it's going to be nice to have as the main livery for 2028. But as always, let me know what you think of this livery in the comments. This is always an exciting time of the season, at the beginning of the season, to see the new grid. So 2028, as we can see, Red Bull are staying the same with Max Verstappen and Lawson. Lawson started to perform really well second half of that season, so that's earned him a stay at Red Bull. Max Verstappen winning the championship with Red Bull. As we know, with Maserati, Kimi Antonelli stays in the team, but Charles Leclerc is coming over after Franco Colapinto decided to move on to Mercedes. What about McLaren and Ferrari? I say Ferrari like that because Sergio Perez, who Franco Colapinto has replaced, has somehow managed to get a drive at Ferrari. So Charles Leclerc has left Ferrari. Perez looks like he's filled that seat. He has, because Russell continues. So Piastri and Norris continue at McLaren. Russell stays at Ferrari, but somehow Perez, after getting a move to Mercedes last year, is now driving for Ferrari in 2028. Bizarre move, that one. RB and Audi, that's exactly the same as it was last year. As is Williams. Mercedes do retain Bortoleto, and as we know, Franco Colapinto has moved over to there. Then we've got the same teammates at Aston Martin and Alpine, and the same teammates at Haas, so not really many changes this year. Bit of a disappointing grid, isn't it? Not really shaken up too much, but what are the changes then? Franco going to Mercedes, so Franco replaces Perez. We sign Leclerc, and Perez goes there. So I think it is just 3 changes. And they've all sort of swapped in. So Franco went to Mercedes, Perez, who he replaced, goes to Ferrari, and Leclerc from Ferrari comes to Maserati. So only 3 changes on the 2028 grid compared to 2027. Okay, our first design is complete, which is a chassis. And how many days until Australia? We've got 38 days. So we can go... We'll go 3 at normal on that. Straight away, we get another design in, which will go for some side pods. No wind tunnel time or CFD. Minimum lifespan right down. And I want to get the drag reduction up. Yeah, let's go with that. One engineer. 33 days. We could do... Let's go for 30 days on that. We also forget to mention that Alexander Dunn has been signed as our reserve driver for this year. So he's in the team if we need him. And our first drive development update and no change, which is currently Charles Leclerc at 89, Kimi Antonelli 86. Don't expect Leclerc to improve much, but still room for improvement for Kimi. Okay, we're into February and pit crew training for February, and this is going to be very similar. We are really going for this gym training, get the estimated pit stop time down, and it should get us into that 1.8 margin again by the end of this month, and then we've got some rest as we head into that first race of the season, which is going to be in Monaco. Yes, Monaco is going to be the season opener, so we're sticking with 19 races this season. Again, no sprints, but we're really shaking up the calendar, and we're going heavy. We're going European heavy for the first stint. So it's Monaco, then we've got an Italian doubleheader. We're into Monza and Imola, then Barcelona, Baku, Spa, Budapest, Silverstone, Zandvoort, and Austria. Then we head to America, and we're going to COTA. Then we're doing Canada, Brazil, Bahrain, and then the final stint is Saudi Arabia, China, Singapore, and the last 2 races of the season are going to be Australia and Japan. All right, underfloor is done. Let's get that manufactured. We've got 29 days, so Let's go for that. We have also upgraded the factory, so we do have some more manufacturing capacity, which will help us in this early part of the season. And I nearly forgot we can do another design, of course. So let's get our first suspension underway. Minimum lifespan right down. Drag reduction will put up a bit. High speed, we want a little bit. We'll go with that for now. One engineer, 33 days. Can we get that down? No, might have to go rushed. Yeah, we'll go rushed, which isn't ideal, but we'll do it. All right, front wing is done. Let us get that manufactured, and we've got 18 days. So yeah, let's go free as normal on that. That again opens up. Something else is finished as well there then. So what was that? I feel a rear wing is finished as well then. Yeah, it has. So we've got a rear wing as well. So we can get 3 of those manufactured as well. Ah, there we go. There's the rear wing. Let us design another couple new parts. Then let's get another underfloor on, although we're not going to get much CFD or wind tunnel time from this one. Let's drop that down. And high speed, the car seems to be lacking early on. So we're going to go high speed there. One engineer, 33 days. Let's stick with that for now. And then we'll get a front wing on as well. Again, the lifespan, we don't drop quite as far down for this. Still want to focus a bit more on that high speed. One engineer, 44 days. Okay, side pods are done. It's now just 8 days until Monaco. So we're going to have to go one at emergency here. And then we'll go 2 at normal for now. Again, that does open up another slot. So we'll go rear wing. Minimum lifespan right down. Still focusing on that high speed at the moment. Let's go for that. One engineer, 44 days. And our technical chief, Andrea Desordo, has gone up to 88 overall. We love to see that. Right, and our suspension design is done as well. And we are going to go emergency for that. And then we can get another 2 of those in on normal. So that is our design work done before Monaco. So we have got a new chassis with both drivers. We've got a new front wing. We've got a new rear wing. We've got new side pods, new underfloor, and a new suspension. So we've done 6 designs. We've done all parts have been designed, and we've got our second designs underway. So a good start for us. Let's see where it takes us. Here we go then. It's time for the season opener in Monaco of all places. And race targets, they've changed. They've finally changed. We're going to be, it's always been at 18 for hire, but we're going to be 11 for hire with Charles Leclerc. And Kimi Antonelli is still 18 for hire. It's bugged out on him still. So a lot of work to do for Charles compared to Kimi, but we should be able to manage that. 11th for Charles, 18th for Kimi. Let's head in to Monaco practice, and I'll join you just before qualifying. Here we go then, ready for the first qualifying session of the year and the most important one to kick off the year in Monaco. And we've got Antonelli just into the 90% range. Bit of a struggle for him, but he's at 90%. But a good start for Charles Leclerc's side of the garage. He's at 99% car setup as we begin Q1. And here's Leclerc making his debut for Maserati then as he comes out of the garage. Antonelli closely behind. We'll see how they go in these first runs. And I'll join you at the end of the session. Just under 5 minutes of this session, and it's going to be interesting to see what the 2027 grid order is as I speak too early, because we've got a red flag for Esteban Ocon. Still in the Haas, going strong. Well, actually not going too strong, but going strong as in his Formula 1 career is still going. Not quite too strong right now as he's into the wall and out in Q1.
Can't do it.
But yeah, what is the 2028 pecking order going to be? That's very interesting. Early signs looks good for us, and it looks like Red Bull are right there with us, as we'll see shortly. As you can see, it's Maserati, Red Bull, Maserati, Red Bull, and Antonelli has gone a tenth quicker than Leclerc in these first runs. Don't think we'll need to go again. And as I say, we've now got less than 3 minutes. We're not going to go back out. But Mercedes really struggled last year, didn't they? Are they going to make an improvement? Franco Colapinto driving for him this year. Let's see as we get checkered flag. And going out is Russell out? No, Russell's about to set a lap. Bortoletto is out on that Mercedes though. Russell is on a flying lap. Is he going to get through? No. George Russell out for Ferrari, and Perez only 15th. So are Ferrari going to struggle early on this year? We'll see. So far, looks like, yeah, Maserati, Red Bull, good pace, and the McLarens. Coming towards the end of Q2 then, we're not going to go back out. We just set a time on a scrub set. We were planning to go back out, but the times look good. And now you can see how tight it is. It's 6/100 seconds between Antonelli in first, Leclerc in fourth, with the two Red Bulls in between, although Max just extends that gap a little bit to a 10th and a half. It looks very tight between ourselves and Red Bull, as it was at the end of last year. Oh, no! We've got a red flag, which is bad because we haven't set a time on fresh softs yet. Is that it? That might be end of session. Joel is out, and it is going to be end of session. We don't even get to show our final lap in Q3. About to go on board with both drivers. We set this time on a scrub set. That was the same set we set a time in Q1 and Q2 on, so it was very used. So we never get a chance there, which is a shame. But it's Max Verstappen then who's going to claim pole. It's Charles Leclerc who out-qualifies Kimi Antonelli on their first runs as teammates. Lawson is 4th, Piastri 5th, Stroll 6th, but bins it. Behrman 7th, Norris 8th, Yuki Tsunoda 9th, and K-Mag is 10th. Let's look at strategy then before we get this first race of the season underway. Right, interestingly, the default strategy is saying a 2-stop for Charles and a 1-stop for Kimi Antonelli, so let's have a look into that. Okay, we're going to try something different with both drivers. We tried this last year and it nearly paid off anyway, and we've had good luck around Monaco. So what we're trying with Charles is we're going to go a 2-stopper, which always sounds mad around Monaco, but what we're going to try and do is try and get the lead of this race off Max Verstappen, and we're going to go really aggressive on those softs to try and open up a gap for us to pit into. So essentially that's what we're trying to do with Charles. Might not get a gap on Max, but hopefully somewhere in that top 10 we'll find a nice gap. Then he'll have clean air for the mediums, then softs at the end. Antonelli's a 1-stopper, mediums to hards. Let's see how we go for the first time then with Charles Leclerc in a Maserati and the first race of 2028. And as you can see, it is a Red Bull on pole, so it looks like Red Bull still have the pace as Max, the reigning champion, gets us underway here. Can Charles Leclerc take the fight to him on this opening corner? No, because Kimi Antonelli is going to squeeze past him, and we've got a yellow flag. Don't quite know what's happening. Looks to be a Ferrari there. Leclerc is just about holding on. I don't really want Kimi to fight him here because they're on opposing strategies. And he's not going to. That's good. Who had a lock-up there? Didn't get a replay of that, did we? No, we didn't. So Max Verstappen gets us underway from pole and still leads, and as you were for the top 4, Verstappen, Leclerc, Antonelli and Lawson. Right, can Charles have an attack on Verstappen? Verstappen's on the hard tyres. We haven't even looked at tyres. Verstappen on the hards. Leclerc, the only one on the softs. So, can we do something here? To make this 2-stopper work, we've got to get past Max and start pulling a gap on him. And is this a chance to move into the lead of this race? On an exit of Max get. He gets a pretty good exit, but we've got DRS. We're using some battery. Can we go inside? Oh, it's not going to find a way through there. Yeah, we really need to try and get past Max here, don't we?
Copy.
And we'll just top up through here. Right, have we got an opportunity to get past Max here? We look a little bit closer than we were the first time we attempted this. Gonna try outside. It looks to be closing off though, and it is. This is Monaco, and overtaking is very difficult. You can, on the game, get a chance though, up the hill into turn 1 here. And we're having a look up turn 1. I said there's a chance, and there we go. Charles Leclerc has made it work. And he's into P1, and that's key for his strategy today. Leclerc now leads, Verstappen second, Antonelli third. I'll just use a bit of battery with Antonelli as well. Let's keep using the battery of Leclerc.
Try to do your best with the lift off at the moment.
Now, have we got enough pace in these tyres to pull a gap on Max? It's up to nearly a second. Charles really needs to try and break that DRS, and he's just about done it, but the battery is nearly gone by doing it. Still, we have to keep on it though. It's about 1.1. Max is still going to get a slipstream, so Max won't get the DRS, but he will get a slipstream. And there you go. He's used a bit of battery out of that corner as well. But Antonelli's caught back up. That's good for us.
And here we've got a yellow
What's
flag.
happened? I had a delivery at the door. And I've come back to a virtual safety car. What has happened here? K-Mag has lost it. And that's going to be a virtual safety car. So lap 21 we're due to stop. So I'm just thinking, if the gap is... If we have a 20-second pit stop, we're only going to be 5 seconds behind Norris, Piastri and Lawson. So that's where our traffic is going to come, isn't it? Yeah, that's where our traffic is going to be. So he's still going to have some traffic, I think. Is Charles Leclerc. Yeah, Max using quite a bit of that hard, considering Antonelli's on a medium. He's got 3% better tyre life only as Max. Can he find a move into the left-hander up the hill? Say there is a chance that you can get past here, and Max is trying to do just that.
Copy that.
Oh, but Leclerc, that is bold to try and send up the inside there. And that's a long way around the outside there, though. Not sure we can stay in that fight. Leclerc is trying to stay in it, though. Leclerc really doesn't want to give this up against Max Verstappen. Not through the tunnel side by side, surely. They are side by side through the tunnel. Leclerc doesn't want to lose the lead, and he's not lost the lead. I don't know how we've held on to that. That is some driving from Charles Leclerc to remain in B1. And wow. And we've got another 2 laps until we need to stop. But yeah, his tyres are degrading, so Max is going to get a chance. Most laps now.
Copy. Yeah, copy.
And that's our battery gone. We might even come in this lap, you know. Come in a couple of laps earlier. The tyres, we've pushed the tyres hard. Yeah, I think we come in this lap. These moves are going to kill, either make or kill Leclerc's race. How quickly he can get past Norris, Piastri and Lawson. Are either of them in a DRS train to one another? No, but Piastri is close to Lawson. That will really, yeah, that's going to kill it really, Piastri there. 60. I'm going to cancel this stop. I'm going to cancel the stop. I want to see what the pace is like. See if we can get 20 seconds to Lando at least. Right, let's get Leclerc in then. The only problem is I think we're going to come out very close to Lando Norris. First stop of 2028. Can we still be a sub 2 second? We're first team in the pit lane now, of course, as well. And it's under 2 seconds to start off the year. That is very nice. So here's Liam Lawson and Oscar Piastri. We've still got to trundle down this pit lane yet. We might be out ahead of Norris here. Oh, that's going to be tight, isn't it? We do cut this first corner, though. It's going to be very close. No, Lando's just going to get past us then. Lando just gets past us. And now Leclerc. Just got to try and get past Lando Norris then. DRS then. Battery. I don't think there's room around there though, is there? And this is what can kill the race around Monaco. They've got to try and send it on the inside somewhere here, Charles. And he's not going to. He's not going to. Larry's got to get past Lando. Is there any chance of this two-stopper working? We've got to clear Lando Norris. Come on, Charles. Got to be brave up here. Got to be brave out of here. This looks better. There's a gap now.
Copy.
There's a gap now. Charles Leclerc around the outside of Lando Norris. And he's going to get it done. Charles Leclerc then into P5. And hopefully he can now close the gap to Lawson. So it's currently 6 seconds. Lawson and Piastri have got... Well, Lawson's got DRS on Piastri. So that will be problematic. Antonelli is starting to close back up to Max Verstappen, which is a positive.
No problem, no problem.
Leclerc, though, has got DRS on Lawson, but he can't make it work
Pull down a
either.
bit more on your tires.
And this could really kill his race because... Can he do anything in there? No, he can't. Lawson's got no DRS. We haven't got much battery to talk of. Gotta hope we can get a good exit. DRS open. I think we're too far.
Copy.
Oh, no, chat.
Copy. Yeah, copy.
Lawson down to 39%. We just cannot get past him. I might try out of the tunnel again because we look to have nice space out of there. As we've got some pit stops behind us. Sergio Perez driving Ferrari here in 2028. Tanaka, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Can we use some battery? Can we try out of here? He got close, didn't he, before when we weren't really pushing for it there. Has to lift. Oh, come on. Lawson all over the racetrack. Now we send it. Now we send it. Come on, Charles. And I think this time Charles has got it done. That's what we needed. Alright, he's past Lawson. But he is now 20 seconds off the race lead again. Alright, Leclerc is already arriving on Oscar Piastri. Still 20 seconds off the lead of this race, though. Piastri down to 50% hards.
Okay.
So this is where we need a real good exit on that final corner. To get past the Australian. Couple of car lengths. We need to be a little bit closer. This is good. Pull out early. Pull out early. Yes, I like it. I like it, Charles. The Monagas man at home is moving past Oscar Piastri. Yes, he is. And Charles has done it then. Didn't take him long at all to get past Piastri. And now his strategy can come into play. He's got clean air. And it's time for Charles Leclerc to push down the road.
Copy.
Yellow flag. We've got a crash. We've got Bortoletto and Portier. They're both running, but there's no safety car. That would have really probably killed things for Charles. Charles does not want a safety car at this stage of the race. Oh, yeah, that's just a lock-up and into the side, so a bit of damage.
I don't know what is this man.
And therefore, we are the first garage in the pit lane, which we will see now as Kimi Antonelli makes his first and hopefully only stop of this race. And he should be comfortably out in P3. It's a 2.2 second stop. But Piastri is miles back, so as I say, should be comfortably clear there in P3. And Leclerc, next stops is lap 48. He's got a little bit of pace as Leclerc, so we may as well use that as well. And there we go, Antonelli then. On his way. And that is the Haas of Ocon behind him. And that is Antonelli now to the end of this race. So he will also be an undercut on Verstappen because we're in before Verstappen. So might get a couple laps of an undercut here. I think Verstappen is getting close to his stop though. He seems to be pushing on this lap towards the end of this stint. Yes, and he is in. He was pushing on his in-lap. So Max Verstappen stops, your race leader. Where is he going to come out? Well, I think we know it's going to be P3, but how far behind Antonelli will he be? Well, we think he's going to be P3. Is Antonelli getting the jump on him or not, actually? The gap wasn't... I don't know if he will, actually. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. There is Verstappen. There is Antonelli. And Antonelli will lead the race then. So Antonelli leads, and that is crucial around Monaco.
Try to stay ahead.
He's got track position. So that undercut has worked. We've got 3 seconds on Verstappen and track position. And Leclerc is about two laps away now from his final stop. Kimi Antonelli has got his old pal from last year.
Charge.
A hell of a title battle with Max Verstappen last year. And he's got him all over his rear wing here. By the hards, I would go, yeah. The hards might be the way to go. What is this traffic going to do?
Overtake available.
Copy.
Traffic not getting out of the way, is it?
More charge, more charge.
Copy.
What is this traffic doing? Hadjar. Isaac Hadjar in the Alpine is not moving here. And that is not helping Kimi Antonelli at all. Yeah, I'm going to go next lap. I'm going to go next lap and I'm going to switch to the hards. I just feel the softs are not going to give him enough margin to push. Kian Vero, thanks for the follows. Antonelli. Isaac Hadjar out of the way. Oh, now we've got Teo Porcher. Did we get DRS on him? No, we didn't. So Max is going to be all over us again.
No overtake.
Copy.
Mode charge. Mode charge.
Copy.
Stroll is developing a mechanical fault on the first race of the season. That's not good. So Leclerc's going to come out about 10 seconds behind these guys. Is he going to have enough pace to close? That's the thing. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's lovely, Teo. Teo has just let us past and he's put on the brakes and Max is stuck behind him still. I think finally he's released him, but that's nice. That gives Antonelli a little breathing space for now. And here comes Charles then for his final stop of the day. He'll come out in P3. What's his pace going to be like at the end though here? 1.9 second stop. That's very handy indeed. And Max is being held up again maybe there, was he? I think he might have been. But there goes your race leaders. They're past Leclerc already. Leclerc exits the pit lane now. So as I say, he's got a good 10 seconds to find. But let us go and find it, I say, Charles.
Copy. Yeah,
Right,
copy.
Verstappen, can he have a go on Kimi Antonelli here? He is going to have a go, you know, but he can't quite get it done. What's his tyres like now? Down to 60%.
Copy.
We can start to push a bit, I think, with Antonelli.
If you can, try to push more.
Copy.
There's a bit of traffic for Antonelli, which is an Aston Martin. Is he getting out of the way for Max here? Yeah, he is, unfortunately, because that might have been a chance to break the DRS there. What mod are you using? It's the 2025 mod. So on, I think it's Overtake GG. If you go over there, there's a full 2025 mod. All right, get out of the way, Mercedes, please. Is this our old teammate? It is Franco Colapinto. Right, do us a job here, Franco. We treated you right at Maserati. Now hold Max Verstappen up for us.
All okay on tires for the moment.
Copy.
No, he's getting out of the way. But Antonelli has got 1.7, chat. This could be the moment for him. Not paying attention. But Antonelli's got 3.6 seconds. Yeah, fuel is good. Yeah, so Kimi Antonelli, lap 66. We have opened that gap on Verstappen. It's 3.7. We're using the pace of the car now. It looks like Kimi Antonelli is going to go back to back to back at Monaco and win here 3 years in a row. Leclerc got within 10 seconds of Verstappen. I don't think he's going to close much more than that, chat. So it will be a double podium to start the year. Lawson is still battling Piastri, but the top three have been in a class of their own, haven't they? Look, they're 25 seconds past Piastri.
Okay, fine.
Only the top 8 haven't been lapped. It looks like Russell, Behrman and Norris might be lapped by the end of this race. So the pace of the leaders been absolutely phenomenal. There's Antonelli on the track map. There's Russell, Behrman and Norris. Will they get those free before the end of the race? Right, 10 laps to go, chat. I don't think there's much to do, although Leclerc is in 6.4 seconds of Max Verstappen. Could it happen? Could it happen, chat? We're really burning up these tyres. It's not the best way to go about things, but... Six seconds with 10 to go. Last lap, nearly 2 seconds quicker. Did Max have traffic, though? Where are you, Mr. Verstappen? He did. He had 2 cars, so that's probably why it looks a little bit better than it probably truthfully is. Oh, Leclerc! No! Oh, Charles! Oh, I can't believe it. I've just cursed him. Charles Leclerc! Lock up!
I am stupid. I am stupid.
You are stupid, actually, Charles. I'm gonna have to be harsh with you there, Charles.
As for the team back in the garage, that was a tough moment to watch.
He loves a Monaco crash, does Charles. Has that done a safety car then? It's a virtual, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine that Charles is in the wall, but causing a safety car would...
Watch out your data.
Wow, what a way to start is... We were really attacking on those tyres. As I say, it's not the best way to go about it, but we were trying to get to Max Verstappen. I wasn't expecting him to have a massive lockup, I must be honest.
And while all that was happening, the crew in the garage...
He cannot believe... He's looking around. Is everyone as shocked as me? No, not really. But he's shocked. Leclerc's out. Debut for Maserati. And going for P3. It was a comfortable P3. Could have been P2. And Charles Leclerc is out of this race. And Antonelli's going to get a big advantage on his teammate in race 1 then. Let's jump on board then with Kimi on the final lap of this race. Max Verstappen has got within 8 seconds. He's obviously pushing a bit, but he's too far back. As we exit the tunnel, back into the light. And Kimi Antonelli just adds half a lap to go now. His teammate is the man from Monegasque from home. But Charles has had a depressing race at home. He's crashed again in Monaco. But his teammate, Kimi Antonelli, is becoming the king of Monaco. He's won here in 2026. He won here in 2027. And he's going to go back to back to back. And he's going to win again in 2028 as he emerges from the final corner. He heads to the finish line. And Kimi Antonelli wins again in Monaco and the first race of 2028. His championship rival from last year, Verstappen, is right there with him, though, in P2. It looks like those two are going to go head-to-head again with Charles Leclerc, hopefully in the mix. Charles was there. It looked like he might have chased down Verstappen before that crash. But they were in a league of their own, really. Piastri, 37 seconds back. Lawson, a further 8. And the rest of the grid were lapped. Our pace was incredible. Antonelli wins the first race of the season. Leclerc, though, crashes out. So Kimi Antonelli wins it, up from P3 on the grid to win it. Max finishes second, started on pole. And Leclerc, who started second, crashes out. Piastri up 2 to finish third. Liam Lawson started 4th and he finished 4th. Lando Norris up 2. Ollie Behrman gets a good start in the Williams. He finished where he starts as well in P6. George Russell up 10 in his Ferrari. That's a good result. Carlos Sainz in P8. Pierre Gasly in P9. Aston Martin scoring points early on. I think they were towards the back. I think they finished 9th or 10th last year. So good start for Aston Martin. And Franco Colapinto, the driver that's been in our car for the last 3 years, has scored a point on debut for Mercedes. So nice to see Franco getting a point on the first race of the season. As I say, the points for the drivers will be exactly the same as this, except Verstappen should have 19 points. And as we see it there, so we're exactly the same on the drivers. Constructors, a Red Bull take the lead though because Leclerc crashed out, so Lawson's points added to Verstappen's gives them 31 points. Maserati and McLaren start on 25. Williams take a nice 8 points from the first race. Ferrari 6 points with Aston Martin. Mercedes 1 point, and 4 teams not scoring today, but plenty of chances as we've got a 19 race season. And as I say, we're doing the European season first, so Monaco today is the season opener, which is a bit of a strange one as the season opener, but we thought we'd change the calendar about. And the next two are Italian back-to-back. So it's Monza, I believe, and then Imola. Fastest pit stop, no change there, though. We dominated this last year, and we get the fastest pit stop today, and we take 25 points. So we like that indeed. Antonelli hits his target as well, but Leclerc won't because he crashed out. Well, I think we have to say that's a good race to start with because we won it. Kimi Antonelli 3 years in a row. I believe it's 3 years in a row in Monaco. Let's just double check that. So previous race results, historic winners. Yeah, there we go. And look, the man before Kimi is our current driver. So Charles won it in 2025, but Kimi Antonelli has won it 3 years in a row for Maserati. So he absolutely loves Monaco and he wins the opening race of the season. But as I say, the other side of the garage, not great for Charles. He had good pace and it was going well until he crashed out. So I think he will be a closer teammate, of course, to Kimi this season than Franco, but not a great start for Charles Leclerc today. But yeah, as I say, it's an Italian double header. We go to Monza, then Imola next. So it's all going to be European races to begin with. Then we head to a little American stint, America and Canada. Then we've got Brazil, Bahrain, Saudi, China, Singapore, and the last 2 races are going to be in Australia and Japan. But yeah, tale of 2 garages today. Leclerc, very depressed, I'm sure. First race of a new team, crashing out on his home race. He's going to need a bit of pick-me-up. But Kimi Antonelli wins again in Monaco, and he leads the championship with 18 races to go.